Hi guys, so in case you're bored, I'm here again for you. I'm just going to do a self-isolation makeover. It's something that's easy to follow. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy. We'll have a little bit of a chat, bit of a chill. So yeah, let's begin. So I start by, as we all know, can't go out and get our eyebrows or our lashes done or anything like that, so I'm constantly like a mole rat. All brow, no eye. So you have to start by maybe doing a bit of plucking. Yeah. So just pluck any excess hairs you can see. QVS. I'm pretty sure I got like a little kit from Boots, but these are literally the best. I've never seen ones with like the pointy tip before, and then I got these ones, and I won't use like the ones that have like the angled anymore. Like, they are rubbish compared to this. This is so much more precise. First off, I'm just going to prime my skin first using the Pixie Skin Treats Glow Tonic. It's got 5% glycolic acid exfoliator toner, and so it exfoliates the skin, gets rid of any dead skin cells. This one's very glowy compared to the other ones. The other one I use is the Clinique one. But yeah, just wipe down. You don't want to wipe up, because if you wipe up, the dead skin and all the dirt will go into your pores. If you go down, it's got less chance of getting in there. I use the Pixie Skin Treats Vitamin C Serum, and we're in need of that at the moment because we're not allowed out. I shake it up a bit because sometimes it separates in the bowl. So yeah, it's a brightening concentrate. Antioxidant serum provides a boost of immediate and long-term radiance. Vitamin C and ferulic acid are proven to reduce the effects of sun damage and free radicals, helping to improve skin tone and create a smoother complexion. Use daily after cleansing and toning. 2 to 3 drops all over the face, neck and décolletage. Don't know what that means, but I'm not going to put it on my décolletage. I don't know what that is. I like this because it kind of works as a primer, because it goes really sticky. This is great before makeup. Rub up, because then it gets all the good stuff in your pores. So yeah, that gives a nice glow to your skin, and it's sticky, so it makes the makeup stick. Lovely. Lovely. Use a bit of primer as well. Not that we need it to stay on very long because we're locked in. Milk Hydro Grip Primer, because sometimes when my skin starts to get oily during the day, it comes off. I'm only going to use a little bit, and just rub that in your fingers, let it get a bit tacky, and I put it in my like T-zone area and a bit under my eyes, because those are the bits that get greasy. And any excess, just spread it around a bit. Next, I'm actually going to put a little bit of this Clinique Pep Star eye cream on, because my bags are looking bad. I'm still working at the minute. I work in the hospital. I wish I could just get rid of these. I was considering getting a bit of Botox, but I don't know. I don't want to ruin the expressions in my face, or, you know. Start my eyebrows with my 24-hour brow setter. Usually I do this last, but I'm going to try it first and then fill in my eyebrows. So I'm going to like proper paste a load of it on there. That's the difference. That's my eyebrows. Done. Okay, my next step is the Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 3. This has got a really nice thin tip, so you can get all the detail you want. Under. it was a mistake doing the gel first. It's just crusting off. So I'm going to wipe that off and we're going to do that bit again. Oh god. Okay, so let's try that again. I've wiped that off. So precisely my brow pencil in the shade 3. A line underneath my brow. And then once I've done that, I'm going to try not to go too harsh. I say I don't normally, but it happens. And then I'm just going to brush upwards here. So then you just get more of a natural brow effect. And then I just go from here and across. I have micro braided brows, so it's a bit easier. And then just fill in the gaps where needs be. And I try and make it a bit darker at the tail. So yeah, and then we're done my other brow. So that's both my eyebrows done with the pencil. And then next, I'm going to go in with the brow setter. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on there. So that's them set. Next I'm going to, cut them out, like. So now I'm going to use my MAC Painterly Pro Long Wear paint pot. Looks like this inside. And then literally carve it out with a brush. So I'm actually going to use the Body Shop double-ended brush. It's got this thin bit which is usually used for eyebrows or eyeliner, and then it's got this fluffy bit at the end, but I thought it'd be quite good to paste on the stuff nicely and then sort of blend it out of it. Pack it on your eye, under your brow. So once I've done that underneath, I'm going to use this side to just blend it out. Just make sure it's nice and matte. And then I'm going to carve out the top of the brow. And then blend out. Make sure there's no harsh lines. So that's how it should look. Now I'm going to do the other eye. So I've finished that now, and I've added just a little bit under my eyes just to give me that little bit of extra coverage, because like I say, my bags are pretty bad at the minute. Now I'm just going to do my foundation, and I'm using the NARS Light 4 Devil Sheer Glow. Don't know if I said that right. This one. And I'm going to put it on with the Spectrum BO1 foundation brush. I like quite good coverage because my skin can be flaky. It doesn't look right if I don't do it a bit more. Blend it out with my brush. So that's the foundation. Next, for a bit of extra coverage, I'm using Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in the shade Very Fair. And I'm just going to pop that under my eyes. I'm going to do a little bit down my nose, a bit around here, and a stripe down my chin, and a little bit here. And then to blend that, I'm just going to use my beauty blender. Just gently tap it in so you don't take off the foundation underneath. blended over my eyebrow bit. Oh no. Filling that brow again. Okay, once that's done, we're going to go on to contour. So first I cream contour, and I use the NYX Wonder Stick in the shade Universal. It's got two ends. It's got like a highlighter, which I've never used because I'm not really a fan of cream highlighters anyway. And then the contour stick, which is great. So under my cheekbone, anywhere where there would normally be a shadow. So there and there. And then I put a bit under my nose, like that. And I contour my chin to give me the chin I don't deserve. And that's about it. Oh, I put a little bit under my lip, and a little bit here, and that just makes your lips look a bit more juicier. And then I used to blend it out with the Beauty Blender, but I find using a brush is actually easier. So I go in with the brush that I use for my foundation. And away, really gently though, so you're not taking off the foundation. Ideally, you want to try do this when your foundation's a bit more wet. And I'll do the other side. Next, I'm going to use my Hourglass nude bronzed light highlighter. Oh no, not highlighter. Ambient lighting bronzer, nude bronze light. So it's bronzer. And it looks like this with a little mirror. And then I'm just going to put that over my forehead to make that look a bit smaller. And then I'm going to bring it down here into my cheek, under my cheekbones, a little bit here, it's like a little number 3, bit under my nose, and then I'm going to also bring it a little bit into the arch of my brow to give me the, you know, the shadows that my face needs, not just like Casper the Ghost. So swizzle around and tap off, and then just go in and start blending. Start off with my forehead. Yeah, and that's it for bronzer for me. I don't like to go too overboard. I like to keep it quite natural. I know some people like to be really dark with their bronzer, but
I'm quite pale at the minute, so let's not go crazy.
Okay, so after that, I'm going to do my eyeshadow, and I'm going to go for a warm brown look because we're not going anywhere. I'm going to use my Too Faced chocolate bonbon palette, which has got amazing nudie browns colours. If you're not too adventurous with your colours, this is amazing. It's even got a little highlight in there. Yeah, it's so nice. And use this colour to sort of set it, because if you don't use like a plain sort of powder first, sometimes the colours can go blotchy. Not with this palette, this is really easy to blend, but it's always good just to start, give yourself a good base. So I literally go into Divinity, which is that one, and I use a puffy brush. I'm using Spectrum CO5. Tap it off, and then just go all over your lid. Next, I'm going to use the colour Almond Truffle. And that's this one here. And that's like a nice nudie sort of brown colour. I'm going to go in the same brush and I'm going to go all the way around on from the outer corner. Because I've got small eyes, and it's a good trick if you've got small eyes. If you're going to try do some sort of crease thing, try go a little bit higher than your brow bone / crease, because otherwise you won't see any of the eyeshadow. So I just go from out and then over. It doesn't matter if you go a bit messy and you go a bit over, because you can clean that up after with a bit of concealer. I'm going to do a little bit from the inside as well, the inner corner, and once again go a little bit out, not too crazy though, because we're doing a soft shadow look. If you're wanting to get a bit more adventurous with makeup, then this is a great time to practice, because we've got plenty of time, and if it goes wrong, you don't need to leave the house with it on. You sort of want to go quite close to your eyebrow with this shade, because this is just like a transition shade. It's not going to be dark. And then remember that when you dip in, and the first place where you put your brush, that's where the colour is going to be the harshest. So if you've just dipped in, don't start here and blend down. I always start from the corner where you want it to be the darkest, and eventually it will be the darkest. Otherwise it could go terribly wrong. So yeah, that's the first step, my transition shade. And then I'm going to go in with this brush. This is by Smashbox, and this is the definer brush, and it's kind of got, it's a bit of a point, but it's also fluffy, so it's quite good for doing really smoky looks, but doing your crease as well. So I'm going to go in with the shade Mocha, because I don't want to go too dark. So that's this shade here. Let's tap into that, tap off. I might mix it with a little bit of Bordeaux as well, Bordeaux, whatever it is. So just tap into there, and then just a little tap into there, tap off, and then you literally go from your inner corner and out. And once again, go a little bit higher if you've got smaller hooded eyes. Down and across like that. And you don't want to go too far in. And I'm just going to take that really dark shade, the Bordeaux, and just go right in the corner with it. I'm going to take this brush, which is my, it's a NYX brush, I don't know what number it is, but basically just a nice big fluffy flexible brush, and I'm going to go back in with the shade Almond Truffle and just blend it all together so it's nice and soft. All circles, gentle, soft little circles, and keep doing this till you get it as blended as you want it. I'm going to go in with a flat brush, and this is my the Body Shop brush. It has a little number on it, an N83E, but yeah, any sort of flat brush will do. Some people spray it with setter to make it a bit wet, but I'm just going to go straight in, and I'm going to go into Molasses Chip, which is this colour here. Use my finger just to pack it on in the middle. So that's that one. I'm going to go on to the other eye. And with this shade, you just want to go to maybe just slightly above your crease of your eye. So if you open your eye, look where your crease is, and just go just slightly above. And usually for my eye, I can sort of just push it right under my brow bone, and then when I open my eye, that tends to be just above the crease because I've got hooded eyes. And then once again, I'm just going to pack it on in the middle. I'm going to go in with the shade Sprinkles, and I'm going to use the same brush, just wipe it off, which is this shade here. I'm just going to dip into that and go into the corner. And then use a fluffy brush to blend the colours. I'm going to use the shade, Satin Sheets, and I'm just going to use my little finger to dip in and go right in my inner corner. A small tipped brush. I'm using another NYX one. It says number 15 on it. And I'm going to go in with that Almond Truffle shade and go right under my eye. And then I'm going to take a bit of Mocha and put it right in the corner. If you just get an angled brush, I'm using the Smashbox brush, it just says angle brow brush, and dip into any dark colour. I'm going to use Malted. It has got some shimmer in it, but I'm hoping that doesn't show up. I'm sure I've used it before and it hasn't. And I'm going to do a soft eyeshadow liner. So to do that, literally do it as you normally would. It doesn't matter if you go too much wrong, so like on this side, it's not a very sharp line, but we can clean that up with concealer at the end, so it's not too much of a problem. And then I'm going to take my concealer and just tidy it up a bit, so I just put a bit here, a bit there. So I'll straighten that up. And then I'm probably going to use a bit more bronzer just to, because now I've got like white lines. Okay, now we've done the eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with this pointed fluffy brush, detail brush. This is from the Body Shop as well. It says N83E. That's the same as the other one. Oh, it must be the same then. Next, I'm going to use my Too Faced It's Banana Setting Powder in Banana Cream. And the sides of my nose, maybe a bit on my chin and above my lip. That's it really, maybe a little bit here just so it's not as shiny. For shimmer and blusher, I'm actually going to use, this is in a pack, it's called Party Like a Flockstar, and that's by Benefit, but I'm going to use, I'm sure they sell these separately as well, I'm going to use Dandelion for my blusher because it's quite subtle and I'm not very dark at the minute, and then I'm going to use California for my highlight, which comes out quite subtle too. So first, I'm just going to take this brush, this fluffy brush. This is by Ollie and Olivia. And I'm just going to swirl into the Dandelion, tap off a little bit, and then just put that on the apples of my cheeks. That's a bit shiny as well, but not anything crazy. But it just makes your cheeks pop a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my pointy brush and swirl into California, and then just go on the highlights of my cheekbones and a little bit here above my brows, a tiny bit under my brows and a bit on my nose. So it's not too much. And I'm actually going to use a little bit of that, this colour. It's called Pearls Night Out. And I'm going to use my, my little detail brush. And I'm just going to go into that and just put that on the arches of my brows. Then for mascara, I'm going to use Great Lashes by Maybelline. My natural lashes are absolutely horrendous at the minute because I had to take off my eyelash extensions, and I haven't not had eyelash extensions for years, so as you can imagine they weren't the best. So, and I'm not going to bother putting stick-ons on or anything just to hang around in the house, so this is as good as they're going to get, I think. So next for lips, I'm going to use a lip primer. I've got the NYX lip primer. Then I'm going to use my Huda Beauty lip contour in the shade Venus, which is a lip liner. So that's my lip liner done. And then I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Power Bullet in the shade Girls Trip, which is a nice creamy sort of matte pink, light pink. I want to go for a bit of a glossy look, so I'm going to use my Glossier lip gloss. I think it's just the plain one, and just pop a little bit of that on the top. I'm going to set it with my Glam Glow setting spray. So this is how I would normally do my makeup on a day-to-day basis, and in these times we need to try be as normal, keep normality as much as possible. So I've done this look for you today, and see if you can copy it or follow it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it passed a bit of time if you're bored.